Hey guys, welcome to yet another Red Gaming Tech video focused on Global Offensive. As you can see, there is a massive plethora of weapons on the floor right now, and I will be shooting them all for you guys. Aren't I a kind individual? Interestingly, you can actually have a machine pistol now, as well as a big ass weapon. So, we'll be testing these out individually. First of all, before we get into the exciting stuff, I just want to point out a really tiny thing. Although, apparently I can't, as the weapon seems to have gone missing. I wanted to pick up a Glock. I just wanted to point out the slight difference now. When you switch to a different fire mode, it actually has a warning at the bottom of the screen. Anyway, not a major thing. So, I'm just going to try out the machine pistol first, as it's one of the new weapons. Don't worry about the time. We are without bots or anything else, so it will continue. Anyway, we will try a fill at this distance, which is what I am assuming the weapon was supposed to be made for. It does not actually have constant rate fire actually at the moment. So, fairly accurate. I'll also try this good old shooting side to side. Fairly accurate. Nothing too exciting about that weapon. Just wanted to get over and done with, to be honest. On the other hand, this big old boy. Now, this weapon was one of the odd weapons on Counter-Strike. Now, it still costs $5,200 or credits, whatever. But this weapon has always been lumbering, slow, and more to the point, it does tons of damage, obviously, but it's also been seen by many as the noob weapon, or, noobs use it. So let's just see what it's like on here. First of all, I'm going to fire a good portion of the clip, just holding my mouse straight. Now, it doesn't take me a genius to figure that is wildly inaccurate. So let's try that again. I will be around the same distance. Crouched. Well, that's a good starting point. Once again, with not exactly the most accurate of weapons. Now let's try burst. It's actually fairly accurate, even up to a few bullets fired, which is quite nice. In fact, and then finally we'll just do a running test. I don't particularly have many surfaces to do that with. Here's all I have to do. You guys will just forget it. So it's not bad for short range bursts, that kind of thing. I'm not going to bother to do that much more testing on that weapon. I feel I've covered it in reasonable detail. Now, the first shotgun, I've only got one clip with this, or one set of clips with this. With the SGs, I've actually bought a couple of the weapons. We will go with a distance I feel is suitable for a shotgun, say here. I feel is probably about the max you're ever going to really want to realistically use a shotgun. You can actually just hold down the fire button. Clumping's fairly close, even at that range, to be honest. At close range, of course. You can't actually see it, apparently. There we have it. At close range, it's pretty damn great. Now, let's try it a little bit higher. And maybe on the surface too. I'll try doing a little running thing. And finally, is there anything else I need to do with this weapon? I'm thinking. I don't think there is, actually. I think I've covered just about everything. Maybe Can actually switch fairly fast, just wanted to test that. And you can also shoot with just 1 or 2 bullets on there. So that's quite nice. Anyway, on with the weapon I'm pretty sure many of you want to see, especially me in particular. First of all, fire mode is pretty much identical to the bullet. We will try and do a controlled fire, I feel. Sorry, I hold fire for a moment, full burst. This range seems pretty good. I'll put myself against 6 gate, and I'll just aim straight forward and fire. Okay, I feel you guys have got an understanding of that. And I'll do the same thing. This time, might be a little bit further back actually. There we go. Actually, no, I don't want to crouch yet, do I? That, of course, was me crouching and not moving the mouse. Let's try. I'll be about here. And I'll stand. That, of course, is zoomed in, not crouched. And finally, I'll do the same thing, zoomed in and crouched. I'll aim at this particular part of the wall. So zoomed in, not crouched, zoomed in, crouched, and the remainder. So we have an idea. We are good. Okay, we now have a new clip with ammo. So we will try a few other bits and pieces. We'll go to a new area, I think, for this. Interestingly, I have Back to the Future's Johnny Be Good playing in my head as this is going on, so it's making my life quite interesting right now. We'll do the corner peek test. I always use this part of the wall, and it's fairly boring, I know, for you guys to visually watch, but yeah, I feel it's a good representation. So we'll just do the corner peek test. I'll try doing a few shots bursts. I would not actually say that's inaccurate, and I'll do the same thing. I'm not going to bother to do it crouched, obviously, because there's just no point whatsoever. I have 2 clips remaining. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run at this with 15 bullets straight. Okay, 14 bullets apparently. And I'll do the same thing but zoomed in. Unsurprisingly, running with this weapon is just pretty much pointless. So, final test. There are 2 surfaces that I'd like to point out to you. This one, and all the way down there, you see this one? My cursor's pointing to it, so you should see it. Right, I'm going to stand at the start of this tunnel and shoot. I did this as well with the bullet. I'm sorry, I don't remember the proper name of it. I'm going to crouch, and I'm going to shoot, and I'm going to basically fire. So, let's see. And I'm also going to do the same, just to the side a little bit, but standing. And now we're going to reload, and I'll do the same with my remaining 13 bullets. It's going to be unlucky for something, let's put it that way. I'll try and aim as pretty much accurate as I can. So let's go with that one. And I've only got 5 remaining, which is not ideal, but I'll fire the last 5 here, I think. And that clink, as you will call it, is the symbol that it's over. So, crouched at, I'd call that medium-ish range, is pretty accurate actually. And long range, well, I think that kind of sums it all up, and that sums it all up, I feel. I believe I've covered the main weapons now that are different on this version. I might have missed one, so if I have, I'll do a follow-up video, which will probably just be a quickie. I do think I've covered everything. So, I hope you guys have found this slightly helpful. Obviously, keep up to date. You can subscribe and all that, and you'll get, you know, more videos as and when I upload them for Global Offensive. I'm more concentrating on the changes and stuff rather than the multiplayer aspects at the moment. So, anyway, this is going to be me signing off for now. I hope you guys have enjoyed the look at the maps and everything else. Take care, goodbye, and enjoy yourselves.